I wanted to share a story today. So I came home from work and I was pulling in my driveway. There was some kids out in the street just playing football. Um, and it brought back like a lot of, memories of when I was a kid growing up in the 90s and early 2000s playing football in the street, basketball in the street, just baseball in the street, just playing whatever on the street, right? Because it was before phones and, games were still in the early days. So it brought back a lot of like nostalgia for me. And one thing that I did when I was a kid is my father and I, we collected like baseball cards, we collected um, Marvel cards. Later on in like 1998, we started collecting Pokemon cards. So in my mind, I was like, I want to do something for these kids. So I parked and I went inside and I grabbed my big, like 5,000 box of sports cards and some Topps Marvel cards. And I took it out there to them and I was like, hey, do y'all like sports cards? And they immediately just ran over and was like, oh my God, yeah, the sports cards, whatever. And they started going through them and I was like, you can each have like one or two cards. And there were some decent cards in here. There wasn't nothing like crazy, but I had like some Bojack's serialized. I had like a Quinn Ewers numbered. Quinn Ewers auto. And just some odd and end stuff. Like nothing over like 10, $12. So all these kids started coming over, and then because there was a crowd of kids, more kids decided to come over. So before you know it, I had like 12 to like 15 kids going through my box of sports cards. And this one kid came over and he's like, can I have a sports card? And I was like, yeah, man, you can have a sports card. Just go ahead and grab you one. And he goes, which one's worth the most money? That's the one I want. And immediately, like, one of the older kids like snapped around to him and was like, hey man, it's not about the value of the card, it's about what the player means to you. And that hit me. Like, it hit me in here. Because the last few years that I've been doing this, I've been so wrapped up in the value of cards that I kind of forgotten what the cards actually mean to me. I've got the ones that I collect. I've got my, I collect my Loki. I collect, my Pokemon that I really like. And I collect other odd and end like Marvel cards, Fallout cards, a few players here and there. But for the most part, I've just been like selling the things that I have no emotional connection to. And it really made my day seeing the love for the hobby perpetuated in a new generation. And it gives me hope. In the state of the card market today, that gave me hope. Thanks, guys.